Hello there everybody, so Butter928 and welcome back to Zero Escape. 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. I'm just probably gonna have to stick it with it, 999. So we're going to go ahead and, decided to take it. After all, why shouldn't he? He shoved the thing into his pocket and gave Santa a last confused look.
すっきりしたぜ。なんか厄介払いができたって感じだ。
そんなに嫌いなのかよ、さっきの4つの言葉。
ああ、どれも裏切るもんだろ。
What's sad is that he's not wrong.
希望も信頼も愛も、それから運命も。
What had happened to Santa? Junpei wondered. How had he become such a bitter person? For a moment, they looked at each other.
まあ、理由はそれだけじゃないんだけどな。
Oh?
理由？
四つ葉のクローバーが嫌いな理由だよ。
What's the other reason?
4っていう数字がどうも好きになれねえんだ。
Oh.
まさか死人の死だからとか言わないよな。
アホか言わねえよ。今日小学生でも田舎のババアでもスピリチュアルなんとかにハマってるロハスなセレブでも
Yeah, I'm totally a 21st century guy. I'm the kind of guy that wears white tank tops, black bandages, and dyes my hair white.
そんなこと言わねえだろ。
Totally 21st century.
じゃあなんで4が嫌いなんだよ。
中途半端だからだ。
It's a half-assed number.
最強でもねえし最弱でもねえ。だから嫌いなんだよ。
But 4 is a good number.
逆に好きなのは何と言っても9だな。
Why you think that?
もしくは開き直って豚でもいい。負け方が潔いだろ。
何の話だよそりゃ。
No, seriously, what the hell are you talking about? Santa's explanation made no sense. Junpei was even more confused than before.
お前株とかってやんねえの？
Play what?
株？
Oh. I mean, me personally, I don't gamble. But I think, okay. Shit, I have no idea what he's talking about. I mean, I could probably go like the stock market. But, fuck it.
株式の？
ちげえよ。何すっとぼけたこと言ってんだ。
Sorry.
確かに株式の方の株もやらねえこともねえが。
Oh, holy shit, he does. This last statement, more or less thrown away by Santa, caught Junpei very much by surprise.
お前が株を？
Really?
おう。なんか文句でもあんのか？
No, just kind of shocked.
あ、いや、ちょっと意外だったからついな。
Yeah, you look more like a 21st century kind of guy. What Junpei didn't say, of course, was that he didn't think Santa looked smart enough to be a stockbroker. Oh my god, Junpei!
あんなもんただのギャンブルだ。勝ち馬にかけりゃそれでいい。難しいことなんて何もないぜ。
Fair enough.
やけに自信たっぷりな言い方だな。それで勝ってんのかよ。
もちろんだ。数年前にクレイドル製薬の株価がバカみたいに高騰したことがあっただろう。
No.
あん時鼻血が出るくらいに儲けさせてもらってな。
You did?
は
Uh-huh, was all Junpei could think of. He'd never even heard of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Fortunately, he was saved quickly from further embarrassment.
ちょっとあんたたちいつまでだべってんのよ。
Sorry, Lotus.
無駄話なんかしてる暇ないでしょ。
The voice screaming at them from the other room was unmistakably Lotus's. Junpei and Santa looked at each other.
だそうだ。
The lady has spoken. Santa sighed.
あの女の逆鱗に触れる前に動こうぜ。
Yeah, we want to avoid that at all costs, honestly.
別の意味で鼻血を見ることになりそうだからな。
Yes, anything but a mostly naked woman beating the shit out of you. That is a fate worse than death. And with that, Santa walked off. Slowly.
いや、ちょっと待てよ。話はまだ。
He started after Santa, intending to catch him, but... Sorry, Lotus. Lotus appeared from the next room, blocking his path. Her posture suggested she was not about to let him pass. There was nothing for it. He had lost.
わかったよ。動けばいいんだろ、動けば。
Her glare suggested any other choice would not have ended pleasantly for him. Junpei mumbled to himself under his breath and went back to his search. This is so weird, though. I mean, this menu types. That's how I save. What all did I find? Ah, there we go. Got 2 of these. And a curtain. Well, let's go back to the bathroom and put the curtain up. No, not that. Okay. Get into the curtain. That is what I want. There's a curtain rod running along the ceiling. Let's put that... Sorry. Let's put that shower curtain on these hooks. We did it! Let's try spreading the curtains. What the? Wow. That's a pretty obvious peephole. Somebody's really dedicated. Well, with a hole this big, you gotta wonder if maybe they wanted to be caught. So you're saying maybe the one getting spied on was into that shit? Maybe they were into, like, those home invasion fantasy. What? Home invasion? Interesting. I see. You two are real idiots, you know that? What was the point of that? I was hoping there'd be like a little piece that I could get, but I guess not. It's a wall covered in small square tiles. They've all got geometric shapes on them. So far I'm not seeing anything out of the ordinary. I guess I'm out of here then. Back up. Hey Junpei, that tile you've got. You think maybe you're supposed to put it into one of those empty spaces? I mean, the pattern does look kind of the same, doesn't it? He's right. I think so too. But if that is the case, you're going to need to collect all 3 tiles, right? Don't you think we should collect all of them before you start putting them in? Okay, fair enough, fair enough. So where would the 4th tile be, I wonder? It's a round wooden table. Hey, check this out. This is a pretty nice sofa. I know. It's a shame I can't take it back with me. Nothing there? The sofa looks pretty expensive. Well, shit. Just clicking everywhere. I never did look everywhere. The vase looks pretty expensive. There are some pieces of expensive looking ceramic and porcelain in here. Is there nothing else in here? There are a couple of pieces of art in here. Can't say if they're very good or not. There are a couple of pieces of art in here. Can't say if they're very... There are a number of expensive looking plates in here. The vase looks pretty expensive. Is there really nothing else in here? There are a couple of pieces of art in here. Can't say if they're... Fine. Well, I can't really look in here anymore. There's nothing else in here, right? Yeah, that's right. There's nothing else in here. Where the hell... What the hell am I missing? This has got to be important, but I can't do anything about it. Toilet, there's nothing suspicious about it. Is there really nothing else around here? Well, I guess I'm gonna go back to June then, if there's nothing else in here. The chair that goes with the dresser. There's nothing particularly interesting about it, of course. Alright, I guess I'm gonna get out of here and go to June's room. What's up? You going back already? Well, I can't just leave June there by herself. What, you think you're her knight or her protector or something? You're creeping me out. Whatever, man. I'm going. I better memorize how this looks. Yeah, fat chance of that working. Oh, June, where are you? There's gotta be something that I'm missing. I wouldn't cut board with nothing useful in here. We looked in there, that's where I got the key. It's a sofa. Maybe I shouldn't sit on it. June will get mad again. Yeah, we want to avoid that. The display case isn't like the one in the other room. The other room? You mean the one where Santa is? Yeah. There are a whole bunch of plates and stuff in the display case over there. But in this one, nothing.
It doesn't look like there's anything hidden here. I don't think we really need to worry about it.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. It's a round one table. You know, I would expect there to be like maybe something hidden underneath the table, to be honest. But I guess that's asking a little too much, isn't it? Okay, now we're back to this bathroom. This shower curtain's perfectly fine. The walls covered with square tiles, they've all got geometric shapes on them. I don't even know what the hell I'm looking for now. There's nothing. I quite literally looked everywhere. I've even looked inside the freaking vase. The exit. Lotus and Santa are in the room on the other side. I'm gonna go check up on them. Do they have anything interesting to say? Show me the map. Okay. This is room 93. I am pretty sure I looked everywhere. I looked inside that vase. I looked over there. I'm gonna go back in here again. There must have been something that I missed. It's too dark to see anything inside. Sleep would be nice, but it would probably cost me my life. Oh, yeah, it probably would. Inside. It seems like an opportune time to hide something, but I'm just not. I'm clicking everywhere! There's gotta be something that I'm missing. Whoa, what the hell? I mean, I know I remember saw this, but oh, okay. Oh, I see. So because I went through that door, this is the path that I'm going through. But it seems like I would progress no matter which door I went through. However, because they would both lead to one of three different choices. And one choice would lead to then if I chose whatever that is, it would lead down to a singular ending, I guess. So from this, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 endings. Though that one square right there, I don't even know how that happened, or that works. There's something I'm missing. Oh! Oh! Oh, this is... Oh! Let's try spreading the curtains. Oh. It's a wall covered in small square tiles. They've all got geometric shapes on them. Wait. It's that one, right? Well, I'm looking at it. Oh! There's a hole in the curtain. If I look at it from a ways back, I can see a single tile. Alright, from here I can see what tile it is. Looks like it's 5th from the top and 3rd from the right. 5th from the top, 3rd from the right. Alright, looking through this hole I can see a white tile, 5th from the top and 3rd from the right. Let's have a closer look, shall we? Nothing strange here. Nope, that thing's not budging. Well then that means... Okay. 5th from the top, 3rd from the right. Alright. Alright, now I know what to do. 5th from the top, 3rd from the right. Junpei, if you miss her so much, you don't have to keep coming back here. Psh, well, that's not what this is. I'm just being, like, a bridge between the two rooms. Uh-huh. You just keep telling yourself that. Now get out of here and go help June. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, and boom. Here it is! Yes, this one's loose! I think I can get it under this with my nails and... Yes! Haha! Who would have thought this would be hidden in the bathroom, huh? Oh wait, that was June, sorry.
You did a good job finding it. So one side has a design like the rest of the bathroom tiles, and the other side has the black and white design. I think I've seen that pattern somewhere before.
Finally. That was clever. I mean, a headache, but clever. Okay, I think I can remember that design. Alright. There's a tile in the frame, so I guess I'm supposed to put tiles in the empty spaces. Alright, I'm gonna give it a shot. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, wait, I see. Okay, It's supposed to be like that. Oh, I see. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, okay, good. Okay. Oh! Oh! Oh, that was easy. Yes! I did it! There. Picture complete. And there goes the frame. What is this? What do you mean, what's this? Pretty obvious, isn't it? It's a hole in the wall. Like a hidden safe or something, you know? Anyway, let's take a look. I think there's something inside. Looks like a key. Oh, the Mars key! Whoa! This is one of those Mars symbols.
The door at the end of the hallway. It has the same symbol engraved on the keyhole.
Then that's gotta mean...
Yes, we can use this key to get through that door. Fantastic.
Junpei messed around a bit with the key he had, and looked blankly at the picture that slid down.
それにしても、一体何なんだこの絵は。
Fuck, I don't know. Santa had only been mumbling to himself, but it drew Lotus's attention. She looked at the picture and paused.
私これと似たような絵を見たことがあるわ。
どこで？
本の中でイギリスの生化学者シールドレイクという人が面白い学説を唱えててね。
Oh?
それについて書かれた本の中で見たのよ。
面白い学説って？
Yeah, I'm quite curious.
形態形成場仮説、あるいは形成的因果作用の仮説とも言うらしいけど。
Morphogenetic field, which relies on the theory of morphic resonance. My brain kind of melted a little bit.
ああ、ダメだ。聞いただけで頭が痛くなってきそうだ。
Santa put his hands on his head, as though he were in great pain. Lotus merely arched an eyebrow in his direction and continued.
別にそんなに難しい話じゃないんだけどな。
Well, since this is the first time I've heard of it, it's kind of difficult to grasp.
要するに生物の形や行動パターンといったものは目には見えないフィールドを介して伝わっているんじゃないかってことで。
おいおい、それのどこが簡単だって言うんだ。
I think I partially get it. Lotus did not look pleased.
じゃあこう言ったら分かってもらえるかしら。テレパシーのメカニズムに関する仮説。
Theory of the telepathic mechanism.
テレパシー？
そう、テレパシー。本当はちょっと違うんだけどね。まあざっくり言うとそうなるわ。
Santa suddenly burst into laughter.
なんだよテレパシーって。昭和の小学生じゃあるまいし。そんなもんを真面目に研究してる学者がいるとは驚きだね。
ええ、そうね。私もそう思うわ。
Lotus' response was surprisingly curt. Junpei had expected at least some conflict.
私はただ本を読んだだけで、何もその仮説を信じてるわけじゃないもの。擁護するつもりなんてさらさらないわ。単なるとんでも理論。仰々しい言葉を並べ立ててさもありなんと説明しただけの疑似科学。私だってそう思ってる。そう思ってるけど、まあとにかくその本の中で見たのよ、これと似たような絵を。
Lotus indicated the picture they'd all been looking at. After a moment, she walked up to the strange picture, examined it, and then spoke.
これ何に見える？
Santa answered first.
何ってただの抽象画だろ。白と黒だけで描かれた意味不明な絵だ。そうとしか言いようがない。
I don't know if I turn my head. That makes me think of a dog, maybe?
純平君はどう？何かに見えない？
そうだな。強いて言うなら。
Though, a man's face, butterfly, koi, a dog, a small boat floating in a lake. The fuck is a Funyarinpa? Is that how you pronounce it? Funyarinpa? Funyarinpa? The fuck is a Funyarinpa? I want to pick that, but what the fuck is a Funyarinpa?
ふにゃりんぱかな。
The fuck is a Funyarinpa?
この辺なんかまさにふにゃりんぱの特徴を如実に表してるし。
Could you explain? Junpei indicated parts of the picture that looked exactly like the other parts. After 3 seconds of silence, Lotus looked at Junpei.
何なのよ、ふにゃりんぱって。
The fuck is a Funyarinpa?
ふにゃりんぱはふにゃりんぱだよ。知らないのか？
No, seriously, what the fuck is a Funyarinpa?
知らないわよ、そんなもん。
I suddenly want to hear this in. Okay, I'm sorry. I need to hear this in English. Please. I need to hear this. I need to hear this.
What the hell is a Funyarinpa?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What do you mean? What the hell is a Funyarinpa? You mean you don't know?
I don't know why that's tickling me so much.
How the hell would I know?
How could you not know? That's practically blasphemous.
Blasphemy.
Oh, say you're sorry. Apologize to the Funyarinpa. Goodness, you are such a rude woman.
Fuck. What the actual fuck? Another. Fuck, I'm still. Okay. Another 3 seconds of awkward silence went by. Lotus opened her mouth as she shook.
Junpei, are you just screwing around? Forget it. I'm just gonna tell you. This is a dog.
Oh, so I was right. It was a dog.
See? Like this.
Lotus pointed out parts of the picture, and eventually dog took shape in them. Oh! Holy shit, that is cool. It looked as though she had a point. Oh, that is so cool! It was a dog. Santa also nodded in agreement.
So, now we know what it's a picture of, but I don't see how that helps us.
Lotus nodded and began to speak.
A TV show from Great Britain did an experiment once. They took 2 similar pictures. Both of them were difficult to identify, initially. But once you figured out the answer, you couldn't see it as anything else.
Well, yeah, now from the distance I can't really see that as anything else but a dog.
These 2 pictures. The first was a woman wearing a hat. The other one, well, to make it easier, let's just say it was this picture of a dog.
Okay.
So, their experiment. First, they sent the picture to other parts of the world outside the reach of British airwaves. To Ireland, the US, Africa, Europe, etc.
Okay, so that one down there is supposed to be the woman? You know, I can vaguely see that.
Then, in each country, they gathered a number of test subjects. Roughly 1,000 people.
That or that's just Marge Simpson.
They were shown the 2 pictures and asked, what does this picture look like to you? The results weren't really interesting on their own. 9.2% of the people saw the lady in the lady picture.
Oh, now I can see it.
3.9% saw the dog in the dog picture. Then, 2 days later, they aired a new program on their show. During the 30-minute show, they broadcast the dog picture and its solution. The audience was estimated to be 200,000 people. After the broadcast, it was a safe bet that the number of people who knew the solution to the dog picture was at least that many. After another 2 days passed, they gathered more research subjects from areas outside the reach of British TV and radio. This time, they only found a sample of roughly 850 people. Naturally, none of them had participated in the first test. They were, however, given the same tests and the same 2 pictures. The results were startling. 10% of the people saw the lady in the lady picture. The previous test sat at a 9.2% success rate. Not much of a change statistically. The dog picture, however, produced a very different result. The percentage of people able to successfully find the dog, it went from 3.9% to 6.8%, a very significant increase. So do you understand? Do you realize the significance of this experiment? There was no way the second group could have seen the picture. They lived far away from Britain and couldn't have seen it. But even so, it was only the success rate for the dog picture that went up. Why? How did that happen? What does it mean?
Lotus looked back and forth from Junpei to Santa and back again. Normally calm and collected, she looked now as though she were very nearly possessed, and there was something manic about her manner. Santa took an involuntary step backward. Junpei didn't budge and stared straight back into Lotus's eyes.
Oh, wait, does this have something to do with that field? Or whatever it was that you were talking about earlier?
I mean, it's possible.
A field not visible to the eye. So, if more people know the answer,
Then more people would...
that
Oh, okay.
information will pass through the field.
Huh.
Huh.
That's interesting.
Psych!
What? Her manner suddenly shifted and Lotus smiled broadly at Junpei and Santa. What? She waved her hand dismissively, doing her best to laugh the whole confrontation off.
I was just kidding. You really shouldn't take me seriously.
Dude, I was actually... What the... I thought you were being serious. What the fuck?
Well, I mean, the things I just told you about are true. They really did happen. But the results of that experiment really aren't anything to go by. They could have easily falsified them.
Well... yeah...
In the end, I'm sure they were just in it for the ratings. They are a TV station after all.
Yeah, they care more about money than anything, so... At last, it seemed that Santa had gained control of his composure.
Right! Man, I gotta admit, you had me there for a minute. I, really thought you were serious.
Of course not. Like I told you before, I'm sure it's all just pseudoscience.
Oh, okay, right.
Santa and Lotus laughed and gave one another a jovial clap on the shoulder. Junpei, however, didn't feel so much like laughing. Something felt wrong, unclear.
All right, enough nonsense. We've got the key. Let's get out of here.
All right.
Word.
What word? Lotus and Santa walked away from the picture, but Junpei stayed, staring at the picture of the dog.
Huh. A field not visible to the naked eye. Morphogenetic field.
The more he thought about it, the more his head hurt. All right. Let's go to the hallway. I'll go get June. You guys head to the door. Okay. Roger that. Okay. Yes! It unlocked! Good job, Junpei. Good, now I can get going. Come on, what are you guys standing around for? Let's get out of here.
Come on, Jumpy, let's go.
All right, let's go. You found it.
I did it!
Oh. They stepped through the door to find themselves in a wide hallway.
Ah, another hallway.
Junpei, June, Lotus, and Santa stopped for a moment and looked at their surroundings. A short distance away, a metal grate extended across the width of the hallway.
Come on, open!
It's not going to open because you rattled it, you know.
Damn it!
They took hold and shook, but it refused to move.
Look over here!
Nearby was a pair of elevators.
Elevators. And the buttons? Of course they don't work.
The power must be out here too, just like by the staircase.
More than likely.
That leaves this door.
Oh boy.
Well, looks like we don't have any choice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure does.
Well then, let's open it.
All right, here I go.
Junpei grabbed hold of the knob and quietly pushed the door open. What the? This looks like a cafeteria. Or a military cafeteria. Actually, you know what? I don't even know what a military cafeteria is, so why the hell did I say that? Just ignore what I just said. He entered, slowly, trying to take in as much of his surroundings as he could. The others followed shortly.
Oh. So it's a kitchen.
So I was right, it is a kitchen. Santa did not look pleased.
What were you expecting?
Isn't it obvious? The exit? I was hoping this would be the way out of here.
No, that would be too easy. Have some common sense there, Santa.
You really think it'd be that easy?
Yeah, I know. Still.
As they talked, Lotus headed deeper into the room. Until at last she stood in front of a door.
If we can just get through this door, we should come out on the other side of that grate we saw earlier.
But don't we need a key for that?
No good.
Sorry. I guess that wasn't very constructive. Neither Junpei nor Lotus looked terribly happy.
Anyway, let's take a look.
Oh, looking at the map? Junpei dug the ship map from his pocket and spread it out in front of him. As he did...
Hey!
What's that?
Huh? Oh yeah, I guess I forgot to tell you. I found this a little while ago. It's a map of the B deck.
Before Junpei could finish, Lotus snatched the map away from him.
Let me see that.
She ran her finger across it, muttering to herself.
I knew it. See? Look.
Yes, yes, hold your horses.
Junpei did as he was told.
What did you figure out?
Santa and June moved moved over to look at the map as well.
This is handy.
See? We came in here. Now if we go out there, then we'll be on the other side of the grate.
Okay, I see. Not really. But I can kind of take a guess. With her finger, Lotus traced a path on the map.
How about that? She's right. We can get out through there.
Oh. I guess I was right.
There we go. Here, you can have it back.
Satisfied that she had been correct, Lotus folded the map and handed it back to Junpei.
Thanks.
He took it and slid the valuable piece of paper back into his pocket.
There's a card reader on the right side of the door.
And that means the key card is somewhere in here, right?
More than likely.
That seems the most likely.
All right, we know what we need to do then. Let's get moving. First off, I say we split up and look for clues.
Okay.
Oh! Here we go again! Seek a way out. Alright. Pretty standard. We're just in one room now, so... Okay. Alright, let's look at the obvious here. This looks like a serving table. I would imagine food is put here after it's prepared so that the waiters and waitresses can take it out to the customers. But something doesn't seem right here. Why are there so many plates? Not to mention there's one stack of square plates compared to the 3 stacks of round plates. Those 9 plates look pretty expensive. They're plates for appetizers. Remember, appetizers usually come in square plates. Oh, that's right, they do, don't they? Okay, well, excuse me, princess. If you guys get that, you know what we went through. 1, 2, 3. There's 10 of them. If you flip these over, they look like hats. The middle is super deep for a plate. They're soup plates. They're made that way so that the soup doesn't spill. If we ever get out of here, you should treat yourself to a nice dinner out. What makes you think a poor college student has the money to do something like that? I think there are 15 of these plates. I'm assuming they're for seafood. How the hell can you tell that? They look just like any other plate from the 99-cent store. If you ever take a lady out to dinner, you're going to embarrass yourself. I feel sorry for June. Why the hell are you bringing up June? The lady doth protest too much, methinks. You are not terribly subtle. Well, excuse me. There's a bunch of little wavy ridges on this plate. Those plates are for serving meat. You really are ignorant, aren't you? Come on, it's not like I need to know this crap. Jeez. What's this little note here? There's a voucher at the end of the counter. This voucher doesn't match the number of plates on the table. It says appetizer 9, meat dish 10, soup A, seafood dish F on the voucher. Okay. I need to write this stuff down. Okay. Appetizer 9. Let's put that as app 9. Meat 10. Soup A. C. F. Seafood, seafood F, okay. And the plates on the table are 9 appetizer, 16 meat, 10 soup, 15 seafood. Well, we don't have to worry about the 9 appetizer. There's 6, so you gotta get rid of 16 meat plates. There's 10 soup. And 15 seafood. That's weird. Maybe they're using hexadecimal here. And hexadecimal is? It's a number system that goes 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E, F, 10, 11. I know jack shit about the freaking hexadecimal system. What the fuck? Okay. 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E, F, 10, 11. That wasn't really. You're familiar with base 10, right? That's the normal system of numbers. The base 10 equivalents for hexadecimal numbers would go like this. A equals 10, B equals 11, C equals 12, D equals 13. Oh, okay, I see. Okay. And 10 equals 16. Or maybe not. The 10 becomes 16 in base 10. I know it sounds strange, but you can think of it as just 6 letters added on to the normal number system after 9. Think of it as just 6 letters added on to the normal number system after 9. A10, B11, C equals 12, equals 13. Oh, okay. I think I get it. Okay. A countertop. You got a rolling pin and a colander? Nothing useful, in other words. It's a tank with a pipe coming out of it. Nothing really that special about it. There's a light hanging from the ceiling. That's the exit. There's a big old iron plate over the door. I don't think we can open it. Hey Santa, could you open that door, please? What the hell? There's no way I could open that thing. Guess you're getting to that age where your eyes start to go, huh? You'd better watch your mouth, boy, or someone won't live long enough to see that door opened. This has got the two of them on edge. We gotta get out of here fast. Okay, let's look around over here then. It's a partition that splits the room. On the right side of the wall,
It's one of those swinging doors. You see them a lot in between kitchens and dining areas in restaurants. Without this door, you need to run all the way around the partition to get to the other side.
that'd really be a pain in the ass, huh? Well, I guess it's not really important, but still. Wow, this pot looks like it's made out of silver.
I bet drinking tea from this pot would be really yummy.
Spending a day off with June drinking tea. Did such a day ever happen for me?
Jumpy?
Nothing. We don't really need hot water, so we should be moving on. I mean, look at this. It's a lot of notes. They got a bunch of stuff written on them, but it doesn't look like a code or anything like that. Okay, what do we got here? Cheese! I see something in there. There's a thing in there. Hey, there's something behind the cheese.
You're right. Why don't we move some of the cheese?
Alright guys, time to move it. June and I need to look behind you. The fuck is that? There's a little green bottle back there. Well, what is it? It's a bottle of oil.
Oh look, cooking oil. We could probably use this to make something slippery.
Something slippery. There are a number of cheeses lined up on the shelf.
This is Gouda cheese, the most famous Dutch cheese. If you don't cut open the casing, it usually won't go bad. So you can store it at room temperature for quite a while.
So we can eat this?
Most likely.
I'm not hungry. At all. I guess it's hard to get hungry in a situation like this. Yeah, I can kind of agree with that. There's milk in here.
Milk in an iron barrel. Judging by the rust, it's probably really old.
Maybe we shouldn't open it up. I don't think it'd be a pretty sight.
There's so much stuff in here. A whole lot of cans.
This is probably a pantry. There are cans lining every shelf in here. Wooden box on the second row, though.
A rusty knife? I don't think we'll be able to use it while it's like this.
The knife seemed important, Junpei thought, but it wasn't going to be much use the way it was.
It's futile.
Huh?
Tile.
You know, a waste, useless, pointless.
Oh. Any particular reason you wanted to bring that up?
Yes, I'm quite curious.
Oh, no reason really.
Th-
I was just thinking about futility.
Why?
Huh?
She wasn't making much sense. Junpei tried rephrasing his question.
Why were you thinking about futility?
At last she answered.
Well, it has something to do with the Titanic.
Hmm?
The Titanic?
What about it?
Yep. Have you ever heard the story that the sinking of the Titanic was predicted?
Well, this certainly wouldn't be the first time I've heard of that. Actually, well, in all honesty, yes, I have heard about that, but I'll just go ahead and save. I probably shouldn't be saving this much, but whatever.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. There was a novel that had a bunch of stuff in it that described the sinking of the Titanic before it actually sank.
Yeah, that's the one. The title of the novel is Futility.
Really? I'm gonna have to look into that.
It was written 14 years before the Titanic sank. But
I know. I mean, I didn't know the name of the book, but the story was the same, right? It was just like what happened on the Titanic?
yeah,
Well, I heard it was all a hoax.
a hoax.
I heard that the stuff that matched up to the Titanic so well was actually added after it sank.
Really?
Apparently, the only thing that was the same originally was that a boat ran into an iceberg and sank.
But the novel was published in 1898, 14 years before the accident.
Like I said, that was the first print of the book. 14 years later, the author heard about what happened to the Titanic. He figured that was his chance, you know?
Oh.
He just went back and changed some stuff in his novel,
But wouldn't it be noticed?
so that it matched the Titanic exactly.
Surprised by Junpei's response, Jun seemed rather taken aback.
Really?
Really? There's no such thing as premonitions or any of that stuff.
What? For a moment, Jun looked very unhappy, more so than Junpei thought was normal for such a discussion. But it lasted only a moment. With no apparent reason, she apparently looked up at him, alarmed.
But, that wasn't the only book that predicted the Titanic sinking.
It wasn't?
Yep. There were two other similar stories written by a man named William Thomas Stead.
I kind of want to Google that right now.
Both of them before the accident.
William Thomas Stead, huh?
One in 1886 and one in 1892. Stead wrote two stories that had striking similarities to the Titanic disaster. In one, two ships collided. Many of the passengers died because there weren't enough lifeboats. In the other, a ship collided with an iceberg and sank.
I don't know. I mean, I'll give you that it seems a little weird, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't too uncommon for ships to hit icebergs back in the day, or even other ships.
Right, I knew you'd say that.
Hmm?
But what if Stead had some sort of special powers?
Well, I've kind of got his page up right now, but...
To be more specific, what if he had the ability to do automatic writing?
Automatic writing.
What? Automatic writing? Wait, are you talking about when someone's possessed by a spirit and then they write a bunch of stuff without knowing what they're writing?
Yes.
What do you mean, yes? That stuff's a load of bull.
But I believe that stuff.
But Jumpy, you said you believe in curses.
Come on, that's totally different. Okay, let's say, hypothetically, that automatic writing isn't a total load. These guys still couldn't have predicted the sinking of the Titanic. When this Stead dude wrote his thing, nobody had died on the Titanic yet. So if automatic writing is about being possessed by dead people, who the hell possessed him so he could write that stuff?
The devil.
That's not it.
What's not it?
Stead wasn't possessed by a spirit. He was doing the possessing.
What are you smoking?
Can I get some?
William Thomas Stead was a passenger on the Titanic.
He was?
He just wrote down what he saw with his own eyes 20 years before it happened.
My brain is leaking out of my ears right now. He decided it was probably best to say nothing. What June was saying was insane and utterly absurd. If he tried to take back what she was if he had tried to take what she was saying seriously, he'd go mad. Junpei smiled uncomfortably.
Well, why don't we talk about this some other time, okay?
Huh? But
Her voice trailed off and she glanced at the floor, troubled.
Come on, let's get back to it.
Junpei tapped June gently on the shoulder and awkwardly reached around her to pick up the knife from the box. I don't even know why I thought that would work. Anything over here? No?
It looks like some kind of large, thin container.
Well, it's empty. I guess there's nothing else here then. This bolt is rusted in place. It won't budge. Of course, maybe I first put some oil on it. Hey, just a little bit of oil and... Come on! Come on, you little son of a bitch! Whoa! Ha! Yes, gotcha, you little bastard!
You did it, Jumpy. You're so smart.
Not really, I'm an idiot. Okay. This is a freezer. As Junpei walked into the room, a blast of cold air washed over him. Almost instinctively, he folded his arms tight across his chest, doing what he could to conserve body heat.
Oh, it's cold in here.
Oh shit.
What is this place?
Are you blind? It's a freezer.
Santa's teeth had already begun to chatter. Hardly surprising. The freezer was far too cold for someone dressed as he was. Yeah. Lotus, however, was an even worse situation.
Oh, no way. That's way too cold for me.
I mean, look at you, you're not even wearing clothes.
I'll freeze solid in seconds. Sorry, but I'm afraid I'll have to pass on this one. I'm going to leave the rest to you.
And with that, she ran out of the room. As Lotus left, June came in.
Oh, whoa. It's really cold in here.
White puffs of steam hovered in front of their faces as they talked. June had already started to shiver.
Hey, you don't need to be in here. You had a fever just a little bit ago. You should stay outside. We got this.
No, I'm fine. My fever's gone now.
But
Junpei had scarcely opened his mouth
Huh?
when the thunderous sound of metal upon metal rang out from behind them. In unison, they spun around to find the door they had recently come through was closed. Oh no. Oh no. Junpei rushed to the door.
no! Why did it suddenly close?
How did it freeze that quickly? Desperately, he grabbed hold of the doorknob.
Ah!
Fuck. It was cold beyond cold. Merely touching it was painful.
The knob's frozen.
But why?
They quickly deduced that the pipe next to the door had ruptured.
Looks like the pipe next to it broke, and...
Water released by the rupture had hit the door and frozen instantly. Santa shoved Junpei aside and pounded against the door.
Hey, Lotus! You're out there, right? Open the door!
She wasted no time in responding.
What do you want? What's going on?
The door won't open! Try opening it from that side, please!
Oh, fine. If you say so. Hold on.
Soon they could hear Lotus on the other side of the door. Then the grunting ceased and they could hear light panting as if from exertion.
It's no use. It won't budge. You've got more people in there. You figure it out.
Lotus!
Oh.
This is not good.
God damn it.
Yeah, this is the opposite of good. Santa was shaking like a newborn deer. June was hugging herself and was shivering violently. Even Junpei, with the heaviest clothes of any of them, was clearly feeling the cold. With every breath they took, they could feel the cold working its way deeper and deeper into their bodies.
Anyway, let's find a way out. If we don't get moving, we're gonna be permanent residents.
Two heads are better than none. I'm sure we'll figure something out.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, oh boy.
Let's just take a good look around this room, okay?
Right.
They pushed in close to another and began to search. Okay.
There's some frozen meat up there. Looks like pork.
Huh? What's this? It looks like a tag or something. A chunk of pork with a tag?
Jumpy, is there a slip of paper in that meat?
I think there's something written on here, but I can't read it like this. If we try and pull it out, it'll probably rip. We need to defrost that. Don't think we're gonna be doing that in this room. No, we're not. What do we got here? Dry ice.
Dry ice?
Can't you make that stuff cause an Can't you make that stuff cause an explosion if you seal it in something that's airtight? Explode? Yeah, didn't you do that in school? You should never underestimate the power of expanding gas. Dry ice. We might be able to cause an explosion if we put it in something airtight and make it melt. Something airtight. Junpei picked up the dry ice with his sleeve so as to avoid burning himself.
Dry ice is just frozen carbon dioxide, right?
Yeah, it is.
I wonder how warm it has to get for it to turn back into gas again.
Hell if I know. How is that gonna help us anyway?
Oh, well, I figured we might be able to use it to get out of here.
They were about to move on when June spoke up.
Carbon dioxide sublimation point is negative 109 degrees.
Oh, thank you.
Any warmer than that, and it'll turn into gas. Any lower, and it becomes a solid.
Thank you. Junpei looked at her dumbfounded.
Oh, how do you know that?
Despite my looks, I'm the the queen of random knowledge.
The clean? The clean?
Looks bad to mess up when you're showing off. Oh, you're so cold your mouth's going numb?
Yes, that's right.
You're just doing that on purpose, aren't you?
June giggled and did her best to hide her guilt. At least she was still feeling good enough to joke around. Junpei told himself.
Come on, guys. Don't you think that's kind of weird?
Well, that there's just dry ice conveniently inside this freezer?
I wonder why it doesn't turn into a liquid first.
Santa was now shivering at an astounding rate, but his curiosity seemed unaffected. Junpei. He wanted out of the freezer. Junpei wanted out of the freezer now. It did seem rather odd. No, we need to get out. We need to get out of the freezer now. His patience was wearing thin.
How the hell would I know? And how the hell is that gonna help us get out of here? We don't have time for this crap.
But it can turn into a liquid.
Junpei stopped mid-sentence, surprised by June's interjection.
Carbon dioxide turns to liquid if you put it under high enough pressure.
This isn't really a good time for a chat about science.
But I was wondering the same thing.
Wondering what?
Wondering why carbon dioxide doesn't turn into a liquid unless it's under pressure.
Right? It just seems weird. Water's a liquid between 32 degrees and 212 degrees. So why isn't that the case for carbon dioxide? H2O and CO2 are pretty similar.
No, they're not. They're totally different substances. Look, guys, if we keep this up, we're just gonna freeze to death. You good with that? You want to die talking about sublimation and gases? Because I sure as hell don't.
I think I fucked up. He fixed both of them with a glare.
Now let's get back to work. Assuming you don't want to end up like a pair of ice sculptures.
Junpei turned around, the problem dealt with.
Oh, but Jumpy,
Or so he thought.
there's a kind of ice that doesn't turn into liquid when it goes above 32 degrees.
Hmm?
I heard about it. Its melting point is 96 degrees.
Ice with a melting point of 96 degrees? You mean there's water that freezes at 96 degrees?
Yeah, well, you could also look at it as ice that won't melt until it's 96 degrees.
Ice that won't melt? Water that freezes at 96 degrees? Ice that won't melt until it's 96 degrees? Now that was difficult to ignore. Junpei had to ask.
So what's this ice with a melting point of 96 degrees called?
I heard it's called Ice 9.
Ice 9?
Ice 9?
Originally, Ice 9 was a made-up substance invented by a science fiction author. But recently, scientists have discovered that such a substance actually exists.
Wait, hold up. So is this thing called Ice 9, or is it water?
Like I said, if the ice is over 96 degrees, it'll be liquid. If it's under that, it'll solidify.
It's got a... Damn.
So you could think of it as a polymorph of H2O. Here, think of it like diamonds and graphite. They're both made of carbon, right? But depending on the structure of the crystallization, the hardness and structure are completely different.
So you're saying normal water and this Ice 9 are like that?
Yup.
She wasn't finished.
Have you heard the story about the crystallization of glycerin? For 150 years after the discovery of glycerin, people cooled it, warmed it. They did all sorts of things to it. But whatever they did, it never crystallized. However, one day in 1920, some glycerin on its way to England by ship was discovered to have crystallized during the trip. Scientists around the world wanted to research this new crystallized form of glycerin and asked for seeds. Oh, a seed is a sample of the original crystallized substance.
Do we really have time to be talking about this?
With a seed crystal, further crystallization of glycerin would be easy. However, something very strange happened. Not only did the glycerin encouraged by seed crystals begin to crystallize, even the samples nearby did, even though they were tightly sealed. And it didn't end there. After that day, it doesn't matter where in the world it is, all glycerin crystallizes naturally when cooled to less than 64 degrees. Before that day, no matter how glycerin was cooled, it refused to crystallize. But once the crystallization had begun, it was almost like... how do I put it? It was almost like all the glycerin in the world was communicating. Communicating in some way that we can't sense. And now it's happening everywhere.
Junpei. Okay, this is getting a little weird. I'm kind of reaching my mark, but was honestly impressed. It was in fact a pretty interesting story.
Wow, that's pretty interesting. But, what does that have to do with Ice 9?
To surprise, it was Santa and not June who answered.
What she's saying is that it's a lot like Ice 9. What happened, I mean.
A lot like? Oh, that would be bad. If water everywhere started freezing at 96 degrees, man.
It'd be the end of the world.
Junpei felt that Santa might not be treating the idea of the end of the world with proper concern.
At any rate, we're not gonna have to worry about the end of the world unless we can get out of here pretty damn quick.
He was right. Junpei shivered.
Alright guys, I think that's enough of that. I didn't think we'd get quite this far off topic. I mean, I know I'm kinda at fault here, but we can't be screwing around anymore.
Right.
So seriously, I might go by the name Santa right now, but I didn't grow up in Iceland.
Well, technically, Iceland's very green, and I think you mean Greenland.
I freaking hate the cold. So let's get cracking, alright? We gotta find a way out of here.
Santa stomped off, clearly doing his best to pretend the cold wasn't affecting him.
Selfish, isn't he?
Still, Santa was right, and it was high time they got back to their
Ice
search.
9 is interesting and all, but we can discuss it more once we get out of this freezer.
Junpei looked at June, nodded, and resumed his search of the room. Okay. Hey, Junpei. Didn't you find some dry ice earlier? Yeah? There's warm water coming out of that pipe. Warm water and dry ice. What do you think would happen if we put that stuff in a sealed container together? Oh, okay. Wait. So we just gotta find ourselves a sealed container. Aha!
There's so much stuff in here. Why don't we take some of it out, Jumpy?
Water bottle. A water bottle. Yes.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Sturdy rope.
It's a rope.
Well, we could use it to attach to something else, I suppose. There isn't anything else here that looks useful. Alright. I'm so used to hitting the other controls, okay.
There's water dripping from this pipe.
It looks like when the pipe burst, the water hit the doorknob and froze it in place. This water actually seems almost warm. There's warm water flowing from the pipe. I don't think I could fit anything very big in there. Dry ice is too big. Well, you gotta figure out a way to make it smaller then, don't you, genius? Okay, so we gotta figure out how we're gonna make this thing smaller. Everything's frozen in here.
It doesn't look like there's anything else interesting.
So how do we make the dry ice smaller? Is there anything in here? Oh. Frozen chicken. Because chicken!
It's really hard. It's frozen stiff.
Hey, June, can you say can you say that again?
Eh?
Say it again.
It's really hard.
Again. It's Junpei, what the fuck? Thanks. Something wrong, Junpei? Your face is bright red. Nothing, I'm fine.
If it's that hard, you can probably use it as a hammer.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, good point. Maybe we can use it to break something. Alright, the dry ice is in small pieces now. Holy shit, it worked! I'm gonna put these pieces of dry ice into the water bottle. Water bottle with dry ice in it. Okay. And let's just tie a rope on here. Alright. Now let's go and fill this thing up with water. There's warm water flowing from the pipe. I would like to fill this thing up with water. Warm water drip from the ruptured pipe near the door.
Put water into the bottle with dry ice, and make sure the lid's closed. Now I just have to put this makeshift bomb on the doorknob. Alright, that's set. So, what do we do now?
We just need to give it a little, tap. The bottle's already about to pop. If we just throw a rock or something at it, it'll go off all on its own.
A small rock. Huh. A small rock.
Junpei looked down at the floor. Scattered across it were pieces of dry ice left over from the larger chunk he'd crushed earlier.
Alright, this ought to do the trick.
He pulled his sleeve down over his hand to keep from getting burned and grabbed the chunk of dry ice.
Ah, some dry ice, huh? Not a bad idea.
It was a pretty good size. About as big as a pool ball.
Alright, guys, stand back. Actually, we should probably hide somewhere.
Both Santa and June looked at him with new concern.
Where exactly do you expect us to hide, genius?
There isn't really anywhere big enough.
Yeah, there is. Look, right here. We can hide in there.
Junpei pulled open the door to the small cellar.
Come on, get inside, quick.
Santa and June nodded and jumped down into the hole. Junpei quickly followed. In his hand, he could feel the chill of the frozen carbon dioxide even through his sleeve. He tightened his grip, took aim, and prepared to throw.
Alright, here I go. 3, 4, 5.
You're counting the wrong way.
Yeah, kind of confusing me.
Oh, oops.
That is a really sad excuse for a joke, man.
Sorry, dude. Alright, for real this time. You guys ready?
Yes, whenever you're ready.
Just throw the damn thing.
Alright, here I go. 3, 2, 1.
Junpei threw the chunk of dry ice as hard as he could. With the same motion, he ducked down into the cellar with Santa and June, just as... Junpei leapt up out of the cellar and ran to the door.
Jumpy! The ice on the door! Is it gone?
Yeah, it's gone.
The blast must have shattered it.
Yes! Alright, let's see if it opens.
Please open! Junpei grabbed the knob and pushed with all his might. The door gave way easily and all three of them tumbled out of the freezer at once.
Hooray! We're out!
June, relieved, collapsed onto the floor.
Move!
Santa shoved past Junpei and ran straight to the grill, which he immediately grabbed.
Oh, god damn it! Hot, 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 hot! Fuck!
He proceeded to kick the grill in a futile but amusing fit of rage.
Well, you did just grab the grill. What did you think would happen? Hey, where's Lotus?
Oh god, where is she? It took Junpei only a moment to find her. She was sitting on the counter, idly scratching her chest.
Welcome back. I was starting to get tired of waiting for you guys.
With a great yawn, Lotus lowered herself off of the counter. Junpei clenched his teeth and walked towards her.
What were you doing?
What do you mean, what was I doing? I was waiting.
We were gonna die!
Oh, yeah? But you didn't. So everything worked out all right, didn't it?
Lotus!
What the hell?
Just kidding. It might not look like it, but I was really worried.
Oh, don't give me that crap.
I'm telling the truth. I mean, if you died, then I'd be in trouble too. If you died, then I'd be stuck here, and I'd die too. See? I did all I could. I even looked around to see if there was anything I could use to pry open the door. But I couldn't find anything. So, all I could do was wait. I mean, what else did you want me to do? Call the cops?
It was true that there wasn't much she could have done, but something about her tone. Junpei gritted his teeth.
Fine. But there's one thing I have to ask you.
What's that?
You didn't close the door, did you?
What? You think I closed the door on you?
That's quite the assumption to make.
Why would I do something like that? It closed on its own. I told you before, if you die, then I die too.
Yeah, I guess so.
It seemed that an accident was the only explanation for the door's closure.
If she really wanted to kill us, all she had to do was bar the door from the outside.
Yeah, that's all she would have had to have done.
But she didn't. Well, she didn't do anything. She's only lazy, or negligent at least. Not an attempted murderer.
Junpei swallowed his anger and did his best to apologize.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I doubted you.
Oh, yes, well that's all right. As long as you understand.
Cocky. Lotus looked away and twirled her hair between her fingertips. His vengeance against the grill complete, Santa swaggered back toward Junpei and Lotus.
Hey, no more screwing around, you two. Break time's over. Especially for you, lady. You've just been sitting on that fat ass of yours while we were freezing to death.
How is she fit? She actually looks very fit.
How rude! I was plenty busy.
Yeah. How about you put all that energy into something besides bitching? Let's go.
How about you put something in... I'm just gonna shut up. Be quiet, Santa. And be quiet, me. Because that's actually the end of the episode. That was stressful. I mean... I mean, I'm a guy that likes the cold weather, but Jesus Christ, anything but that. The number 9 just keeps being thrown around quite a lot. I think whenever I get back to recording this, we're gonna have to take a look at that meat with the paper in it. Probably put it toward the grill so we can heat it up and easily slide the paper out, rather, you know. But that is where I'm going to have to end it. So if you guys like this, be sure to let me know. I am liking that this game is making me think, but I feel pretty stupid about the whole hexadecimal thing. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Been a while since I've been in high school, I forgot. But anyway, if you guys like this, be sure to let me know. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. The fuck is a Funyarinpa?